And this is the Wolfbox HyperFlow60D. This is a heavy-duty portable air compressor capable of some serious airflow. It can fill up large tires very quickly, as well as be able to reach up to 150 psi. And what's pretty crazy, it can also run continuously, non-stop, for roughly about an hour, which is pretty crazy. And on this video, I'm gonna show you its features, and we'll also put it to the test to see how fast it can fill up a couple different tire sizes. And as always, I have placed a link in the description down below if you'd like to get one of these air compressors for yourself. And I have also placed a discount code to save you a little money when ordering one of these guys. And the air compressor connects directly to your vehicle's battery with the included clips. Then Wolfbox says to turn on your engine. What's really cool is that it uses a standard 1/4-inch MPT connector, which can allow you to hook up air tools and accessories that work with the CFM rating. And they included 2 air hoses. The first one is 1 foot long, and this other end connects to the tire by turning the collar. And the tire is currently at 25 psi. Let's see how long it takes to add 5 psi of air to the tire, and that is done by pushing the center button. Now, if you notice, the air compressor is stopped about 1 psi before reaching 30 psi, and it does that to just get a really accurate reading on the pressure before finishing it off and topping it off at the target tire pressure. Well, let's double check the reading with my analog tire gauge. I'm gonna turn the collar to disconnect this guy right here, and let's plug this guy in and take a reading. Yeah, 30 psi, just a hair above 30 psi. That's pretty close enough for me. And for comparison, this is how long it takes my Fantex X8 inflator. My MegaFlow 24 Pro is faster than the X8, but slower than the HyperFlow. And my Megabolt 24 Air gets closer, but still does not beat the HyperFlow. But for this test, I went down to 10 psi. Let's see how long it takes to add 20 psi of air to this tire. And that is actually pretty fast. Even with the stops to double check the tire pressure that the air compressor does automatically, this is the quickest portable air compressor I have tested yet. Now, I do want to show you that the air compressor does walk a little when you turn it on. So what I do, I just kind of hold it to kind of make sure that it doesn't walk away from me. And if you needed more reach, in addition to the 1-footer extension, they have included a 25-feet air hose extension. Combine that with the 7-feet long power cable, that's a lot of reach. And while this air compressor is primarily meant for larger tire sizes, let's try it out on a sedan tire. Let's see how long it takes for it to take this tire from 9.7 psi all the way up to 30. Now, the display, I wish it was a little bit brighter. It is readable, but I do wish it was brighter. Now let's see what this bad boy can do. Now let's see how loud it is. I'm gonna put this meter about 3 feet away from it. And to change between units, right now we're on PSI, you can just tap the M button and that will take you to kg, kPa, or bar. And this little car icon indicates that the air compressor is on automatic mode, which is what I showed you earlier, where you set a target pressure, start the air compressor, and then the air compressor will stop when it reaches the target pressure. And you can also switch to manual mode by holding down the M button. Notice that it switches over. Now the air compressor can be run for up to an hour continuously. And this is the mode that you can use to run air tools. Here's the airflow that you can get out of this: 3.9 CFM at 80 PSI or 5.1 CFM at 40 PSI. Now this is the upper pressure limit, so this is when the air compressor is gonna stop. So let's say that your air tool runs at 120, you will wanna decrease that air pressure to 120. And there is a lower pressure, and that is 40 PSI less than this pressure. So every time that the air compressor reaches 80 PSI, it's gonna kick on and it's gonna stop when it reaches 120 PSI. So that is the range that it's gonna run at. And you can control that higher pressure by increasing this number. And again, just subtract 40 and that will tell you what the lower pressure limit will be. There is also a flashlight located on the back of the air compressor, and you turn it on with this button right here. Now the flashlight is only rated at 3 watts, not the brightest, but it's enough to find the valve stem on a tire. And it also has a secondary mode where it can flash by tapping this button one more time. Now let's talk about size. The air compressor is roughly about 14 inches wide and 10 inches tall. And for weight, this is a hefty boy coming in around 18 pounds. And the air compressor also has dual washable filters. And servicing the filters is quite easy. This thing comes off like a cap, and once it comes off, it gives us access to a foam and a felt section. Both of them can be washed with water, and then once they're dry, this can be placed back on here and the cap can be reinstalled. Just remember that there are 2 filters, one on this side and on the other side, that you will want to service them together at the same time. And they also included a carry case with enough space for both hoses, and everything doesn't actually take a lot of space, so it's fairly compact to travel with. Now this air compressor I think is really gonna be for those enthusiasts out there that wanna have something very heavy duty, are dealing with large tires, RVs, perhaps a trailer. So it is definitely not for everybody, but I think it's also gonna come in handy for those of you that are looking to run some lightweight air tools. And there are some air tools, some impact wrenches and other air tools that you could potentially run with this CFM rating. And I'll put a link to the different air tools that I found that support this CFM rating, which is the amount of airflow that this can produce. I'll put a link to those tools in the description down below. And again, I'm also gonna put links down there to this air compressor and a discount code to save a little money when ordering one. If you guys have any other questions regarding the HyperFlow60D, please put that in the comments down below. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel and stay tuned as I have a lot more reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.